July 7, 1942. Dear Mom, I only wrote once last week. I didn't have a heck of a lot of time. Boy, I'm sure glad Nelson came. We did a good bit of running around. He and I went to the Paramount Theater and saw Vaughn Monroe and his orchestra. We also saw the picture Beyond the Blue Horizon. It was pretty good, but I have seen better. Boy, is that theater big. They have swanky lounges and elevators that take you upstairs. We sat in the balcony, but it is fixed in such a way that everyone can see very well. I went over with Nelson when he caught the train. I got on a subway and went down to Times Square and saw a show before Nelson left. We had several girls come in, and we had a chicken supper. Boy, we had fun. Saturday, Eggie and I went swimming at Sunnyside. It was nice. In the evening, Don, Sam, Eggie, and I went to an ice show at the Center Theater at Rockefeller Center. Boy, is that an exquisite joint. It is the world's only ice theater. Sonia Henney was a producer of it. Boy, it was wonderful. They had a real good symphony orchestra that accompanied the skaters. I really hope that you all could have seen it. Sunday, Wirt, Sam, and I went to Coney Island to swim. Boy, it is funny. You get that water in your mouth, and boy, is it salty. It looks just like any other water, too. Boy, those waves were nice. I got me a little sunburn. Was it crowded, though? People there looked like a piece of butter with a lot of those little red ants on it. I ain't kidding. That night, Eggie and I went to the show. Wirt and Sam are going to join the Navy. Wirt already has his classification. Sam just took his physical. So it won't be long till Eggie and I will be alone. We're going to hunt a smaller apartment, so don't be surprised if you get an address change from me. I registered Eggie, did too, Friday. I am starting to save money now. Eggie and I are going to NYU Dental College to get our teeth fixed. I forgot to mail that folder from S of Lib. I am now mailing it now together with a program from the ice show. Everything is still under control. This was written at work, too. I didn't send any money. I probably won't unless you need. So if you do, holler. I'm banking all I can and am buying defense stamps. Jim. I had a cold, but I'm over it now. I asked about leave. I can't get any right now, but by the 25th, I may be able to. July 13, 1942. Dear Mom, I'm sorry I haven't written sooner, but I have really been traveling around. I went to the show 2 times this week. I saw Moontide, Mayor of 44th Street, The Joy of Living, and The Old Maid with Betty Davis. All of these were good. Last week at the office, we signed our pledge cards for bonds. I pledged $7.50 a pay. In 5 pays, I will get a $50 bond. I have a $25 bond now. I will send it home soon. I will send $20 next pay. Last Thursday, Uncle Richard and Marjorie Curry from Jordan, New York. She comes down here for 6 weeks every summer and goes to a music school over in Manhattan. Boy, can she play the piano. She and I played together. She played the piano and I my mouth organ. Boy, I really had fun. Friday, I made a date with Dorothy Perry for Sunday. I am sending you a clipping from the paper. I think you will enjoy it. Saturday, Eggie, Sam, and I went down to Uncle Richard's house. Marjorie and I played together again. Boy, Uncle Richard really likes to hear me play my mouth organ. He asked me several times if I remember when Dad and I used to play together. We then ate a lunch about 12 a.m. Then Kay Kitty, one of Kay's girlfriends, Marjorie, Eggie, Sam, and I went over to the Hotel Edison. We danced to the music of Vincent Lopez and his orchestra. Boy, this is really fun. Boy, can you have fun with Kay. After the dance, we all went to Kitty's house at about 3:30 a.m. and she made good old Italian spaghetti. We got home about 5 a.m. Don't worry, this is the first time I stayed up this late. We did have fun. I was in good company. Today, Dorothy, Marjorie, Eggie, and I went up to the polo grounds and saw a rodeo and circus. Boy, did we have fun. I am sending a program of it. Well, I will close for this time. Everything is under control. I took a few pictures today. I still don't know anything about my leave. As soon as I get any news, I will write. Jim. July 24, 1942. Dear Mom, I got one letter from you saying that you were glad to hear from me. Then the next day I get another bawling me out for not writing more often. Mom, take it easy. I've been house hunting. I don't stay out late often, only if I go to a dance on Saturday night. I have danced quite a bit since I came here. Gee, I would like to see Sis. I'll bet she is cute. I don't know when I will be home. They have chopped off our annual leave. We can only get it in case of emergency. Maybe I can get home about the middle of August. I certainly hope so. We found us a nice little joint out in Forest Hills. It is nicer than it is in Jackson Heights. Our landlord never said anything to us about breaking our lease. He said this is war and all the people have to continue to do his bit. I really like it here. We went on a moonlight cruise the other night. Boy, did we have fun. We danced a good bit. You say it's hot there, you should be here. Boy, it really is hot. It really makes a person lazy. Our new joint will cost us $55, but everything will be furnished. The woman will clean it up for us. The electric and gas will be furnished, and all the dishes and pans too. The only thing we have to pay is the rent. Last Sunday we went out to look for a house. This was a little before we found our house. We came across a road called Norden Road. I got one of the boys to take my picture by a sign with Norden on it. These people must really like me to name a road after me. Ha ha ha. That Tyson girl that is my cousin is very big and fat. She said she would teach me to jitterbug. I sort of laughed up my sleeve. So Saturday I went over to her apartment. Boy, can she dance. She is really light on her feet. I learned quite a bit. Tell Barbara that I will teach her when I come home if she doesn't already know. I am still taking lessons, so to speak. It really is a pleasure, though. I am sending my bond in this letter. Last Sunday, Don, Sam, and I, after finding our future home, went over to Manhattan and up to 125th Street. We went across a little way on this street until we came to Grant's tomb. I had my camera along with me and I took some pictures. We went inside this tomb. Inside is two large marble vaults holding the bodies of Grant and his wife. There are two small rooms containing the flags of the Civil War. We came out of this building and went across the street to the gigantic Riverside Church. You have undoubtedly heard of it. It has the largest bell or chime facilities in the world. We went up to the top of the belfry and saw all the bells and the place where they play them. They play them on Sundays from 3 till 4. The largest bell is from 10 to 15 tons and the smallest 10 pounds. We were a little late to hear them, but I am going back again soon. In this church there is an elevator that takes you up 20 stories and then you can walk up about 10 more stories. You can walk around up here and look around. You overlook Riverside Drive winding along the shoreline of Manhattan. I took some pictures up here. I took a picture of Grant's tomb from up here. Boy, this was nice. I am sending the ticket that I bought to go up in the church. I guess we're going to move into our new joint about the 1st of August. I will send our new address as soon as possible. I'm sorry that I didn't write more often, but now that we have our house, I will write. Last night, we went to a play over on 52nd Street. Boy, this was nice. It is the first place I ever saw on Broadway. Say, what size of defense stamps are you saving for BJ? I get quite a lot of pennies. I will buy the stamps for BJ's collection if you send me the size of stamps you are saving for her. They are now taking $7.50 per pay, so I think that is enough. Well, I will close for this time. Please forgive my delay. Everything is under control. Jim. July 28, 1942. Dear Mom, last week we all went down to Wirt's girls' house. She had invited some of the girls from the office. Boy, they could all dance. One could jitterbug. She and I went at it. We had a nice big lunch up on the roof. We all ate watermelon till it was coming out our ears. Saturday, Wirt was out with his girl again, as usual. Sam was out looking around. Aggie and I cleaned the joint, then took a bath and a nap. That night, I went over to Manhattan and learned some more jitterbugging. Sunday, Wirt was out with Susie again. Sam, Aggie, and I went over to Manhattan and got a Fifth Avenue bus. We rode this up as far as it goes. This bus was one of the double-deckers. You've probably heard of them. We rode up Riverside Drive. This would give even the cherry blossoms competition. Boy, you wouldn't think this was New York City. We got off the bus at Old Fort Tryon. I never heard of it before. This is up beyond the George Washington Bridge. Boy, the Hudson up here is very beautiful, just like some points along the Ohio. You can look across to the Palisade. These are very steep cliffs with very dense foliage. The trees look like they are real close together. Across in Jersey up here, nobody lives or you can't see many buildings. We saw a boat with a tow of barges. Boy, it is funny. A wee little boat pulls, not pushes, a whole string of barges, a lot of different from the Ohio towing. After we came back, Aggie came home. Sam and I went down to the river and got a ferry. We went over to Hoboken, New Jersey. We fooled around over there for a good while. Then we got a bus to Times Square. We came through the Hudson Tube under the Hudson River. We then went to the show and saw Reap the Wild Wind and Henry Aldrich and Dizzy. Both were good. Boy, I have thought of M.A. a lot lately. I really am nuts about her. All the boys are probably taking her out. I wish I could. The girls around here are funny. They don't seem human. Aggie and I went to the New York University Dental College. We got x-rays taken of our teeth. He has only 3 to be fixed. I have a lot. They want us to come back twice a week. They close before work is out. We have to use a day of our annual leave a week. I only have about 6 days coming, so I really don't know what to do. I believe I will get my teeth fixed. Some of them anyhow. I will try to get leave to come home. I do want to see all of you folks. Mom, I really am homesick, but what can I do about it? Don't worry, I will get over it. I wish I could come home tomorrow. I would like to see Sis and especially M.A. I'm a fool to talk like this. Gee, I hope M.A. could come up here for a couple of days. In fact, I hope all of you could come up here. I'm going to try to get Uncle Richard to come up tomorrow night. Sam and Wirt are leaving this weekend. We're going to move this weekend, so don't write after Thursday. Mail a letter to this address after that time. Our new address is Lobert Street, Forest Hills. Everything is under control. Jim. August 2, 1942. Dear Mom, we doed it. We all moved Saturday. Sam and Wirt haven't been called yet. They are just marking time. So we had to leave them because our new apartment will take care of only 2. Boy, is this a ritzy part of New York. This is where a lot of the well-to-do people live. Our home is very nice. Boy, there's a lot of trees, nice ones, and nice grass. The air is so clean. Boy, it takes a lot of time, energy, and money to move, doesn't it? Boy, we are tired last night. We had a shower. We have a shower and a bathtub. We took a hot shower and went to bed. We thought we would sleep forever, but we got up about 7 o'clock and took a cold shower. This sure makes you feel fine. We really hated to leave those other guys, but we had to look out for ourselves. I have some good news. Eggie and I went up to the New York University Dental College. They x-rayed our teeth. This only cost $1. Other places it would have cost a lot more. Then I got examined about 4 times. They gave my teeth a good cleaning. This cost another $1. Then Friday, I went back again. They drilled out the decay from one tooth. He put in a temporary filling. I'm supposed to go back Monday morning. All these visits come out of my annual leave. The dentist said I have nice hard teeth. He drilled for over an hour on that tooth. He said the decay was just a pinhead on the top and then it flared out. He will put silver in this tooth. This costs another $1. This is quite a bit cheaper than a private dentist. These students can't do anything without the instructor's okay. Their work has to be perfect before you can leave. All these visits use up my annual leave, so if I want to get my teeth fixed, I won't have any leave left. So the 13th, after work, I am going to catch a train and come home. I am going to take sick leave. I will be sick the 14th and 15th. I will be home all day Friday and Saturday, and I will have to leave Sunday evening about 8 o'clock to be here in time for work Monday. I told you I had good news. How did BJ like her present? I couldn't find a toy dog yet, but I will. You won't have to send a tellin' now. I didn't like the idea anyhow. I can't get over how nice our new place is. It doesn't look like New York City. A lot of the homes look like these you see in the movies. Before we moved, we had Uncle Richard up again. Boy, did the paycheck seem small last Friday. Everything is still under control. Jim. Tell everyone that I said hi and to join the 10% club. Miss Tyson, my cousin, is going to come home with me. My largest cavities will have to be filled with gold. This will cost about $5 per tooth to a comparative cost of $15 per tooth anywhere else. Reasonable, isn't it?